go. Hello, and welcome to another stinking episode
It's a stinking one.
of DrawBomb.
I'm actually going to rejoin the draw pile because if you've noticed, my pressure sensitivity does not seem
Oh my gosh. Alright. Cancel the show.
I've not learned this.
I'm actually gonna do the same.
Oh my gosh. Believe in me.
Yeah. Bye.
I quit.
Dang it. Well, that's bad timing. But, you know, we'll make it work.
I might have to restart my computer.
Oh, okay.
No.
Welcome to the show.
This is going great. I'll be right back.
Well, you know, I'll take over here while he's gone. His picture's frozen, but it's still there, so it's like he's here. But you will notice there is another video on the screen right up here.
Hey, that's me.
We got
How's it going, everybody?
Z Newts of the Brothers Newton, Ian's older brother Zach. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
How you doing? How you doing there?
I'm doing all right.
Hey.
All right, you know.
That's great.
Gonna be drawing some Thanksgiving goodness over here. Got my
Yes.
hat waffle up and taking a cameo.
Oh yeah, in the back there.
Just chilling.
I can see. I can kind of see. Cool. Well, that's great. We're all here. So, Zach, you've been on the show before, but never with video. So now, you know, just more dimensions of entertainment happening.
I'm scared.
You scared? Yeah, it's very scary. We have a very judgmental audience. But fortunately, none of them are watching right now, so you're perfect.
All right. Great.
Yeah, that's a great thing.
Pressure off.
It's a great thing about not being popular is no pressure. Nobody watches the show. You can say and do anything you want.
I'm used to being unpopular. That is my life. I'm so okay with it. because-
Okay, good. So your entire life has been building up, preparing you for this.
Yeah. You know, it's just kind of like you never get your hopes up, so you're not disappointed. Although
If you never have hope.
Can't say I'm disappointed. I'm happy to be here.
Good,
You
great.
lovely fellas.
Hello there.
Oh, and there he is. He's back.
I made it.
How'd it go? I mean, you're back, so it worked.
I was in a dark void and
Whoa.
Sticky in the back.
time was endless. It was
Yeah.
like I jaunted, you know?
Not quite, but for the sake of the flow of the show, I'll pretend like I know what that means.
This is that Stephen King short story where people time travel, but they have to time travel unconscious because when they time travel while they're conscious, they're like, it was forever. And then they die. Oh my god, why is pressure sensitivity not working right now?
Oh, man.
I
You have it off?
actually just fixed it because my pressure sensitivity was also screwed. So I went to the brushes tabs right next to layers.
Yeah.
And what did I do? I went to that little check box or the weird bulleted box over on the side.
Yeah, no, I did that.
Okay. Click one of the brushes and just see what it does, what it do for you. Because I was able to
Boy,
get one of these.
what could it be?
I'm not quite sure what is going on here.
I tried
How about this?
troubleshooting for my brother and I forgot what I did.
This might be exactly what Zach just said, and I was not paying very close attention. But in the freehand window, across from size, do you have pressure sensitivity marked? Okay,
do.
you do. Wow.
So, which is weird because it's actually working when I test it out on the Wacom thing, but it's specifically not working when I test it out in Draw Pile.
Well, that's no bueno.
That is what is going on here.
Oh no. Just don't know. In the chat, we got some people. We got Neuro Nico says, "What's up?"
Hey,
Hey.
Hello.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much for joining in.
We also got Vandercat that says, "Hey there, hi, hey you,
Hi. Hello.
welcome to the show.
Happy to have you here.
We're here. We're drawing. It's another week.
I'm trying to draw it.
Yeah, Ian is failing at literally his only job.
I am failure.
So how have you been this week, Ian?
Oh, you know, I've been well. I've been surviving.
That's
Trying to keep my head above water, as they say.
good. Is there flooding over there?
Nope.
Oh, good. Well, that makes it easier for that.
Yeah, it's nice. It's not like that movie where they had to run from the alligators.
Jumanji.
That's the one.
Have you seen any of the Jumanji remakes?
You mean like the ones with Jack Black and stuff?
Yeah.
You know, I haven't.
Wow. It's a real misdirect there.
Wasn't it? Hold on, I'm reading up on how to fix this.
Okay, so I've seen the one. There's two, but I've only seen the first one. A sequel didn't feel like a requirement,
Yeah.
so I didn't watch it. But the first one, the first reboot or remake or whatever, wasn't bad. It was fun.
Yeah, I remember people saying it's not like it's not like it's a game-changingly good movie
Right.
or anything like that, but it's a good time.
I think reboots are pretty like.
There we go. Fixed it.
Oh, hey, that's great. I think reboots tend to be pretty underwhelming, so when one is like passable, everybody's very excited. They're like, wow,
Yeah.
it wasn't absolute terrible shit. That's like a high regards for something like that.
Oh wow, it's vaguely watchable. It's
Yeah.
a miracle.
So, not to, completely take any compliments away from it, but
So
I
what
feel
you're
like
saying is that the movie is garbage.
it's fine. It achieves its goal, but
Hey, I'm
You
always
know.
down to watch just a fun romp.
I watched it once, and yeah. Vandercat says, Brand, you were working on an animated intro for the channel, right? How's that going? It's coming along slowly. It's like me and Ian are both going to add stuff to it, but we haven't really put any rush on that by any means. It's kind of just like
Yeah.
work on it when there's time. I forget what we had to, ultimately, how many segments were there in the whole total thing? 8 or something?
5. It's a 30-minute long song. We were gonna do 5-second segments or
30
6
minutes.
Willikers.
30 seconds. That's why.
Yeah. I don't know how we had it segmented up, but I think we each have to do like 4, something like that.
Yeah, 4 or something like that.
Yeah. Anyways, I have like 1.5 done, so it's coming. Who knows when it'll be done? But I'm really happy with the one piece that I do have, like all the way done. Came out really, or I'm happy with it anyways. For somebody who hasn't animated in like 10 years, so I'm pretty happy how that came
Yeah, I
along.
still have to.
Patience to animate it anymore.
Still gotta
Right.
figure out how to use the animation software of Clip Studio Paint, which is not like it's difficult or anything like that. I just haven't started looking into it yet.
Right. We all have. We usually prioritize this stuff after all the paying gigs, so it ends up
Yeah.
kind of going by the way. Yeah. It was the horse in the quicksand, and thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have a couple more in the works, and I think it'll be cool when it's done. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it should be a fun result.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, it'll be like our intro, as you already said. But I think that'll be fun.
I wonder if
Speaking of,
the bomb
go
character
ahead.
we're making would ever have hair.
Sure, why not?
I was gonna give my old lady some hair. Just
Yeah, you can definitely.
kind of sell the old lady.
Yeah.
Definitely give. I don't think there's a character guide for the bomb.
No, but let's get printing them, shall we?
Yes.
Let's start. No
We
hair.
gotta stay on
I
brand.
see If I see a single hair on one of these guys' heads, I will throw a shit fit.
This show, I will immediately go off the air and I will
Climb the nearest
scream
building
at you.
naked, slather myself full of honey.
Speaking of animation, Zach, you do some animation. Am I correct in that?
Oh, you are correct.
Yes.
I do some animations in my free time.
Yeah. Pretty good stuff. I saw some of your, I don't know how, I didn't sign any non-disclosure agreements, but you've been working on a game kind of in your free time over the past years, and I saw some clips on Instagram, I think, of some of the animation. I was really impressed. It looks cool. It's definitely put some work into the animation. It shows.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. You know, when it comes to your passion project, I think you guys have noticed that you spend more time on it, obviously, because it's just something you care about. That's your baby.
Right.
You don't want to spend too much time on it. So I've already done my fair share of like reworks and everything like that. So now I'm just kind of full steam ahead. But hearing you compliment my work, telling me it looks good, because I also don't really have a whole lot of outside perspective coming in and you know, saying, hey, this looks great, thanks. I appreciate that. So
Yeah.
I've been working on the game for a while, and yeah, it's just kind of in it for the long haul. I haven't really lost steam on it. I've had this idea for a long time, but now I'm actually just finally getting the guts to realize it instead of spinning my wheels and doing like lateral pieces of artwork on it.
When I'm doing something like it's totally my own project, there's a lot of deliberation involved, so I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's looking real good. What's your working title for it, or do you have one?
I don't have one actually. That's gonna come later on.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have a very clear idea and vision of what it's going to be and what it's going to be about, the subject matter. But when it comes to an actual title, I don't know if it's jumping the gun, but I just don't think I can come up with an adequate title on my own. I was actually thinking once I get X amount of work done on it and I start like putting myself out there more on social media, I can reach out and try and do the cheat move and try and crowdsource with my followers or whoever's paying attention a title. Just be like, hey, here's the idea. What should it be called?
Just make sure that you be careful with that, because if you remember, crowdsourcing names does not always work out. Like in Britain, they were like, we should name this boat that we're
Bodie
going
Mc.
Bodie McBoatface was what ended up winning when
Yeah,
the crowd.
so I don't understand what you mean by it doesn't work out. That's a huge success as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's a win. I was definitely going to relegate myself to, you know, having the final say on it. It's not just a competition. Hey, well, clean yourself. I'm not gonna just say, hey, the most popular idea gets the, you know, gets the final say. It's definitely something I have to say. Yes, I like this. I'm signing off on it before I do.
Vandercat says, "Ooh, another fellow indie dev. Neat." So that's
Indie
cool.
dev is pushing it. I am a guy with I know so little about coding. I could basically open up Game Maker and drop my animations in there to make sure they don't look like shit, but like beyond that, not happening. So I'm basically a glorified idea guy.
I'm not trying to do that thing where you put way too much pressure on a person by like overstating anything, but I have heard that story many times from people that were like, I knew nothing about making games, and then they made this thing that like blew up or you know, at least turned out to be like a fun, polished, finished product. So, you know, that's a story for a lot of people.
Yeah, I do see a lot of those like indie success stories where, and by the way, thank you. I'm glad another indie dev is in the channel. That's awesome. I'd love to hear what you're working on as well. But I have heard those success stories where it's just like, I caught lightning in the bottle. I got super lucky. My intention is to basically get all of these animations done, and I'm not just kind of shooting blind. I have been a lifelong gamer. I know what kind of game I want to make, and I also am taking, not like straight up lifting or rotoscoping or stealing animations from other games, but I am looking at, like, I'm making a fighting game, a 2-dimensional fighting game, and so I'm like looking up frame data, I'm downloading GIFs of other fighting games just to use as reference and make sure that I'm not wasting a lot of animation, because it comes with the territory when you're doing animations, you're going to be redoing some stuff. Because either it's not going to perform well, like how you see it in your head, it's not going to perform the same in the game environment, or it's just not, you need to knock out some frames or rework something. I'm going to try and cut that back as much as possible by doing my research and just studying hard and working hard. And my intention was to just get all of these animations done. Enough to make like a small, minimal viable product of like, it's a demo where you have 5 characters and you could fight like your friend on local connection or something. And from there, I'm going to try and just like reach out to developers, or not developers, but just people who know coding better than I do, and just say, hey, you know, if this is something you're interested in, maybe we can work out a deal where I'll work on the art for your game and you can help me with the code, or maybe this is just a project that you want to be involved with, because I'll try and match your rates. I'm not a wealthy person and I don't make a lot of money.
I will say Vandercat just said in the chat, I'm actually flip-flop. I just do code. I don't have an artistic bone in my body, so...
Hey there.
What you do, from my perspective, what you do is wizardry with computers, because I feel like when I'm looking at tutorials online, like I started off, you know, looking up small, simple tutorials on Game Maker and stuff, and I would finish the tutorial and have like my little game that was the product of going through that little process. And always the instructor's like, all right, you have the basics of Game Maker, now you can just go on and make any game you want. And I'm like, no, I fucking can't. I feel like I'm missing some very crucial preliminary knowledge on coding before I can even get going. And it's just, yeah, finding stuff online, it's all very, it's just not something my brain can function and understand properly, I feel.
Yeah, everybody learns differently, I think.
Yeah.
So you just gotta find what works for you. But yeah, it's a complicated thing. I feel like coding knowledge is super useful, especially today, but it's difficult for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. You have a very much sought after skill set on your hands if you know any bit of coding.
Definitely.
And also, I came to the realization that, like, of course, it'd be great to learn how to code, because there's a lot of self-sufficient devs out there who just solo a game 100%, and that's amazing. Good for them. I am not gonna I already have so much work to do in the art field of, like, making my assets and stuff, because I want it to look good, but I'm also a gamer, so I want it to play good as well, play well. And so I'm just not going to spend my time and resources learning something that I'm just going to be subpar at, no matter how hard I try, because I also have a million other things distracting me, like doing animations, making sure that doesn't look like crap. So it's a weird kind of spot that I'm in terms of that, because I'm kind of jumping headfirst into a field that I don't have the most experience in, and I'm kind of doing it on the back end, where most of the time, from my understanding, is like developers have the game code laid out and everything like that, and they have placeholders like, this guy's a box for right now until I get the assets done. And I'm just like, I don't have any of that. I'm just doing the art straight up because,
well, you know, regardless, if you're enjoying the process, I'm sure you're learning a lot, and that's worth a lot as well. So.
Yeah.
And Vandercat, if you want to join us on our Discord, Zach is also on the Discord. Y'all could trade deets and
Yeah.
you know.
You can
So,
talk turkey.
Yeah, you guys can talk turkey like this lovely
Gobble, gobble.
feel right here. So yeah, make sure you join our Discord, and that goes for anybody else who wants to meet up with attractive singles or not singles, or not attractive, depending on your view of things.
We keep the hazing pretty light. You know.
Please don't harass our Discord members. Anybody thinking of joining our Discord, we just added a rules section, so that means that we cover that. Don't harass.
It's all there.
No death threats. You know, the standard stuff.
Yeah, we're trying to cut back on the amount of death threats in our Discord.
Yeah, we've really driven a lot of people off of the internet. But yeah, feel free to join our Discord. Lots of
Yes, please
well,
do.
you know, it's not very active because like we have like 8 people on there, but you know,
we're fleshing it out.
Yeah, we're always welcoming more people. And yeah, like I said, y'all are both working on game projects. So, what's going on here? Huh?
I'm always open to connecting with more people who are creatively involved in something that I'm interested in. Like I said, I've been a gamer all my life, and I remember as a kid just trying to draw levels for Sonic the Hedgehog way back. I know that's way back, but I always wanted to do it, but even as a kid, I was like, this is not something in my deck of cards right now to learn computer stuff. Like, we went to a high school where, like, the advanced computer classes taught you Microsoft Office.
I've got a words per minute of 82.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
You're going places, buddy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really hunkered down on the whole just do my art thing early on. And I do feel like I lost some opportunities there, but at the same time, I do feel like my art is decent enough. But yeah, I'm always down to talk shop and just share ideas and just, I don't know, co-inspire somebody else. If you're working on something, sometimes you're dragging behind a little bit, or you're just not finding the fire under your ass like you were just a few weeks ago. Maybe you're slowing down, and it is just nice to kind of
Vandercat
bounce ideas off.
says, honestly, if I wasn't salaried, I'd volunteer, but I barely work on my own project. It's all cubes at the moment. Don't know much about coding fighting games personally. They're really big on like lagless input and collision frames and stuff. And you need a lot of good net code for a fighting game, and they say they're real good at that. I could see that. That seems like getting all that, everything to work succinctly would be a very big part of that. So it's like,
Absolutely.
and I can see that being difficult. Flush off.
Big way I'm shooting myself in the foot is, like, if you look up just on, you can Google it, what are the hardest games to make? Fighting games, like right underneath MMORPGs.
You can see that.
But I don't want to make any other game. I mean, I do. I want to make many other games, but that's the one that I just, that's my passion project. So yeah, again, I've been doing all that type of research on like GGPO.
1 second, I'm gonna interrupt you just for a second because Ian, you and I seem to have been doing a different thing here. I drew a table, but I put it low to the middle. We can adjust.
No, that actually, no, yours makes a lot more sense with the bodies that you guys made. I was actually looking directly at the painting that we're referencing, and then sort of working from there.
Gotcha.
I guess I got confused by these other lines you were doing in the back here. I thought they were...
Oh, sorry. I was trying to do the little like the trim on the wall or whatever.
Oh, I see.
My bad.
Both of our bads, but most of your bads. But
Yeah, I know.
both of our bads.
It's always my fault. But feel free to adjust. Anyway, Nero Nico says, cool art, guys. Thanks. You're cool. Vandercat says, I know that feel. My project is probably way too big for my boots, but I don't want to do anything else. And I think that's good. As long as you're like inspired and you're making something you're into, if, you know, worst case scenario, you learn a lot. Even if you don't, even if the project doesn't come to fruition, that's worth a lot.
I can't tell you how many projects I've shelved or just scrapped because it's like just not something I'm passionate about. And then, yeah, like I said before, this is something I've been working on for quite a while. And I actually had this idea for a fighting game way back in high school because you guys remember the Clock Crew, and you remember Moonglide Clock? He did this Newgrounds fighting game, like a Clock Crew fighting game made in Flash on Newgrounds, and it was dope.
Sage coded that.
Yeah, it was great. And that kind of just was like, man, that's what I want to do. I love PvP in games. I like just going against another person and being able to be like, ha, you're salty, you mad afterwards. So I just wanted to make, a fighting game. And I feel like that's, if you don't want to work on something else because you're very just, that's what you want to do, I feel like that's a really good tell of that you're going down the right path, because there are people who make games for all types of wrong reasons, or make art for all types of wrong reasons. Granted, I get having to like make a paycheck and get food on the table, but if I was getting into making games just because like, ooh yeah, look at how much Undertale made, Toby Fox is doing gangbusters, I want some of that money, then you're doing it for the wrong reason. But,
Yeah.
I mean, barely. I mean, shit. That is. Did make gangbusters on that game.
It's not completely
having some of that money.
It's not completely the wrong reason, but it will take. I mean, anytime you try to monetize your art, it takes some of the joy out of it. I've found.
Oh, that's 100%.
Unless you really just like the moon's align and it's like people are buying what you're selling and it all works out. That happens too. But anytime that you're like actively putting work into trying to sell your stuff, it's gonna be a little less fun. Because business
a wise person
not as
I
fun.
work with, he owns his own business, and he said something to me that was pretty well put and poignant. He said, you don't need to love what you do, but if you own a business, you absolutely need to love what you do. So, that kind of stuck with me, and that's why I know that I want to make games, because I've tried like cartoons, I've tried doing comic books and stuff, and it was fun, but this is really the first time ever that I felt like, yes, this is absolutely the path that I want to go down, is making a video game, because they've been a big part of my life.
You feel excited, you feel activated. I think that's builds a lot of momentum if you feel that way, so that's good.
So
there's
if
been
you're down to just a chat about just making games, not working together, but if you were ever down to chat about making games and share some of your struggles or want some inspiration, join the Discord, and I'd be happy to just chat with you and share some of our work.
There's been a meme going around where they took the classic like, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life, and they crossed out like, you'll never work another day in your life, and wrote like, you'll be anxious like constantly, and you'll age rapidly, and like something like that. Just 'cause it's like, if you take your hobby and turn it into your job, which I think a lot of us are guilty of, you can never turn it off. Anytime you're trying to relax, you're like, well, I should probably be working on that thing.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's also a good way to ruin the passion you've had for that hobby.
This is true, although I still love drawing.
Yeah,
No,
I love it too.
I mean, right now it's I have a couple of jobs, but, not officially in any capacity, but, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We
Freelance.
picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
So this show, fortunately, we don't make any money off it, so it's still fun. The moment you guys start paying us, we're gonna hate it.
Button down there at the bottom. Don't you dare.
We'll be miserable if you guys do that. I might stop the stream right now.
Just stand up and leave fuming.
But in all seriousness, if you ever do donate, we like to do some drawings for you on the stream, so if that's something that tickles your fancy,
Does this bribery?
Feel free to, bribery. I feel like most people respond to bribery.
I would.
Yeah, for sure. It's a tried and true method for a reason. It works.
That's very true. That's why they bothered to stick around and give it a name.
Like, hey, this shady exchange keeps happening. We better come up with a title for it.
I guess we're going to have to call it bribery.
yeah, I am excited for the more people to join the Discord, because just like this show, all the discussion with you fine folks makes it a lot more fun for us.
Yes, absolutely. And so, join the Discord. Tell us how your day is going. Tell us what kind of crazy, freaky shit you're getting into in your games, or just in life, or in your basement. We have so much to talk about with our fans on our Discord.
I was told engagement is good, so
Engagement is key.
let's all get engaged.
There are rules to engagement,
There are.
I haven't seen the movie yet, but I
I haven't seen the David Spade show. I think it's David Spade.
David Spade.
I'm not sure.
And funny.
That's right, yeah. Patrick Warburton.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
a nice old lady bomb that you're doing there. I like it.
Much obliged.
And I like the crowd a lot too. I especially like you can't really see it on the stream because Zach's webcam's in the way, but I like your guy in the bottom right corner. It's alright, I can scroll over for everyone to see. It doesn't work that way. Your background's not chroma keyed out.
Yeah.
Get a green screen and we can do
I
that.
need a green screen.
I actually have one, but it's not like it's not like on a stand. I have to rig it up somehow if I wanted to use it. But
I'm just gonna paint my wall.
there you go.
Yeah. I'm just gonna,
Your cat will just float through the frame.
Pretty sure. Yeah. Pretty sure that's not a green screen.
I mean, yeah, it kind of does. I mean, as long as
Yeah.
it's a color that's not being... The more contrast there is, the easier it works. But it doesn't have to be green. You just need a color that's not being used in your body or whatever you're trying to keep in the shot. And then you chroma key out one color.
they
But
generally
with my wall, it wouldn't work because I think you need to keep the lighting very specific, which is why those green screen tarps are so nice to have, because then you can just keep it right up against your back and your lighting
Yeah.
can be pinpoint on you.
usually people have ring lights. Like people who can afford the green screens also get ring lights or some sort of lighting setup specific for their streaming. No, I mean I'm saying what they do.
I'm just,
And,
I'm riffing. I'm sorry.
You stop it. This show is serious.
there's
God
serious.
damn it.
We're professional streamers. We have none of that equipment.
Yeah,
But
that's
You
how
guys couldn't handle me if I was...
this is more of like a grassroots stream, you know?
Yeah, the fancy lighting we got going on all around us. This is the real
It's-
deal.
it's
This
a
is
light
how
bulb.
The bottom 20% of America lives. That's not true, though. This house is actually fairly nice that my parents have me.
Nice house.
I'm living in my parents' house and they got a nice house. But you should have seen the fucking last place I was in.
Also pretty nice.
No, it wasn't
Oh.
the last place.
Oh.
There's a giant hole in the ceiling? I think not. It
I,
wasn't a place. It had a hole in the ceiling.
This place is pretty nice. We rent it, so it's not mine, but it's where I hang my hat.
Where do you hang your hat at?
You've been here, my house.
Do you hang it on like those big plants?
No, I have a hook by the door that I actually hang my hat on.
I use that to hang my coat.
There you go. See, it also holds coats. It has many features.
That hanger is a multi-tool.
Right.
The hanger's many
We don't like to, we don't like to put ourselves in little boxes when it comes to our hangers.
That's right. We just like to put ourselves in big boxes when it comes to our home.
But yeah, this place is pretty nice for rental. It's near downtown and it's a good amount of space and we like it.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice place to stay. Lots of cat, many plant.
There's only one cat.
Lots of it though. It's
Yeah, he's big.
He's floofy. He sheds.
He sheds. Sorry about that.
That's
I do
okay.
love floofy cats though.
Floofers are the best kinds of cats.
Well,
Well.
grow a big coat.
Our cat is,
Winter though.
he definitely fits that bill. He's floofy.
Yes. He's a floofy bugger.
You got along with the cat when you were here.
I did. No, he became my
Good.
friend. He was like chilling with me in my room while I was sleeping.
Which is rare. He usually attacks while people are trying to sleep.
None for me. He was like,
He's
I
being-
will protect.
He's being. You don't attack. You protect.
That's
He
right.
was. He was being nice. He knew you were a guest.
He was-
the shroud of night.
He was my buddy. And then I said, goodbye, cat. I'm going home.
I'm sure you'll meet him again in the future.
Yeah, you know.
You guys can catch up.
2030, once COVID dies down, I'll
Exactly.
come visit you guys.
After the COVID wars.
That's right. Which, you know, for a while there, it was looking like COVID, like when COVID was first starting. I mean, I remember Austin was saying that he went looking at like a hardware store website and all the baseball bats were sold out.
There was like the day after the election, there was lines at like all the gun stores like in the country. So I don't know what to take from that, but I'm gonna try to forget that information.
Well,
So
usually
that-
whenever there's like a Democratic president, they're like, "We're gonna take my guns away.
Oh, yeah,
We're
so
gonna
they're trying
buy
to-
more guns."
Trying
Which
to load
doesn't
up.
make sense, because if they were gonna do some sort of government buyback program, they'd probably be like, yeah, we'll get you 60% of what you paid for that gun. Which they're just gonna be losing all that money then.
They
I need
do-
more
they do that
guns, so
shit.
we could take away more guns.
They just did a gun buyback thing in my town, which is kind of strange. I don't really. I mean, I guess like less guns is cool, but at the same time, I don't really see how that works because I don't think guns are just inherently bad. Like, I'd be cool with like no guns or less guns, like, because I have no need for them, but also the people who are going to sell their guns to the police department, I don't think are really doing much with them to begin with.
Yeah.
No,
they're
usually you-
They probably were like passed down, or they just had them like in a safe, and they're just like, yeah, I don't want this, and they're buying them. So I don't see what that solves, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, like after the which mass shooting was it? Because there were so many. I believe the school shooting in Florida. There's this big online movement of like gun owners either destroying or just turning in their firearms to the police, like AR-15s most notably. And like the one guy, he had metal cutting saw, like a band saw, and he just zipped off the barrel and then zipped the receiver in half. He's like, I don't need this gun. They're way too overpowered. Civilians don't need them. And I was thinking, yeah, that's great, but you're one person out of so many people who
Right, and you're not really the problem either.
yeah,
You know?
exactly.
I think one of the general things is with the gun buyback. I mean, don't quote me on this, but with a gun buyback, it's generally like if it's not somebody who's like, I haven't used this gun before, it's also like I spent all my money on these guns, and also I need food next week, which has like the two-time effect of one, getting a gun out of a person's hand, but also getting the gun out of a person who is very desperate.
Yeah.
I
don't know. It's like I have a family of people who hunt, and I don't think guns are just like, inherently just bad in the very basics. Like, but those I also think are the people who are selling them, or like the people who have them for
Yeah, gun auction.
totally on like undangerous means. The people who I don't think somebody who's like contemplating, I better have this around in case I want to do crime. I don't think they're the ones selling their gun.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, if you're offering them money and you're like,
Yeah.
I'll give you $600 for like one of your 80 guns, they'll probably be like, all right, yeah.
They definitely don't pay that much.
Good amount of money on it, too. Like, because they, like, especially with the AR-15s, they're so modifiable that you can spend easily, like, on an already $900 to $1,200 gun, you can spend another $400, $800 and just fix it just for
Thousands even. You got like the right scopes.
People love their guns.
It's
No,
like
I like guns, but I am still in the camp that's like guns are definitely not a right, they're a privilege, and people have been abusing that.
Yeah, they're not certainly not needed, but yeah, sure. I'm not gonna deny that they're like fun.
for those of us who generally watch our show, guns are kind of like Nintendo's amiibos. You know, once you get the one, you gotta get like the attachments and the others because then you can't play as a gun in Super Smash Brothers. So,
I think that's a really good metaphor that makes sense to everyone.
it totally makes sense.
I bought amiibos and I never used them. I was just like, I have cool figurines. For my
I was gonna say if I bought them, it would just be for the fact of like I like figurines.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I
I
got
got one buddy
Luigi,
who-
Mario, and Samus, and I was like, alright, I'm good. I don't need any more.
I got one buddy who's got like a Telephone stock for amiibos. Like, he's like on top of that shit. It's a cash cow for them. They make a lot of fucking money on amiibos. Or they wouldn't.
oh for sure.
You know.
Any kind of collectibles, I think, rake in money pretty good. You just need the enthusiasts to buy them. And I'm guilty of some of that stuff. I like pop culture, like collectibles for things that I'm really like passionate about or really enjoy. I don't know why. I just put them on a shelf and never think about them again. But they're cool. I enjoy them.
Yeah, it's nice to have like like, you know, I wouldn't say I have a DVD collection, but if I ever like have like a rare, or not rare, but you know, like a movie that's kind of obscure that I like, that I want to like, I wouldn't mind having on my shelf so people can be like, wait, you're the DVD of Big Man Japan? Like, what is that?
But I think that's cool, and it's relatively inexpensive to do that, which is the best kind of collections.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I don't know, like we just finished watching all the Evil Dead movies, and afterwards I Googled looking for like a film quality like Necronomicon that I think would be cool to just, I don't know what I'd do with it. It would just sit on the coffee table like at Halloween time, but it would be awesome to have it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like that kind of
No,
stuff.
I agree. I feel like Nintendo also kicked ass with the amiibos because they had the whole functionality with them. Where it's like,
Exactly, yeah,
you got
that's
Smash
cool.
Brothers, you can make your amiibo, you can train your amiibo, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing posts online where people are like, I cannot beat my amiibo. It's just pumping my
I
ass.
never should have bought this piece of shit.
Oh, damn it.
It makes me feel terrible.
It's like, might as well just go against
It sits on my shelf taunting me, laughing at me.
God damn you, I'll eat your pellets. Wait, that sounds weird. I still do it though.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. So I like collect things that are like certain pop culture things that are like things I've enjoyed my whole life, or some of my favorite films and stuff. I like to collect a little weird items, and film like collectibles and replicas and things like that. I don't know. It's fun.
I agree. I collected a lot of, not dumb, because to me, I love them, but I
Right.
collected a lot of dumb shit over the years that
It's
probably
like
really didn't need.
from like a usefulness, maybe dumb, but like if it makes you happy when you look at it, I feel like there's some worth there.
Man, like, happiness that's attached to, like, material goods, man.
Yeah.
That's like a false happiness, you know, man.
I think it was Buddha that said like, "Yo, buy stuff that makes you feel good."
Consumerism!
Yeah, he's big into
Consumer is Buddha.
that.
It's,
That's the name of a band or something.
yeah, Consumer Buddha.
I don't know. I don't think it should be your main source of happiness. That's where problems enter in. But obviously, we live in a society where you buy goods
My stamp collection
and
is,
services.
my stamp collection stands above everything else. I will sell my wife before I sell my stamps.
Yeah, talk about an expensive hobby to have. Jiminy Christmas.
Fucking 69 cents a pop? Like,
Jesus.
that's great.
Some of those stamps are worth more than like new cards. Like when you're getting into stamp collecting, they are pricey for little squares of paper.
Here we have a stamp. It's of Bugs Bunny in drag. That'll be $1,200, please.
I like how much
$100
Looney
for-
Tunes like really like was proud of themselves for that joke and used it over and over.
Yeah. Man,
They're
what
like,
if like
okay,
this dude
so-
were to fuck Bugs Bunny?
Bugs Bunny puts on some makeup and suddenly no one can help themselves.
The biggest joke is we'll try and make everyone want to fuck a bunny with Space Jam, and then that will be the biggest joke that the prank gods have ever seen.
And then we accidentally create an entire generation of furries.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Space Jam is completely responsible.
They have a lot to do with it. There's a lot of things from that time frame that, you know, once again, not to yuck yums. If that's what you're into, great, have fun. But there's a lot of things from that time frame that kind of did similar things. I think Goof Troop, like the love interest, is another one that like people refer to as like young young people making their way in this world that like broke their brains and made them attracted to anthropomorphic animals. I don't know.
There was, you know, but also the people who designed those, I think
They were already there.
There was something already in the water, you know, that that watered that plant.
It's true, right? Somebody had
I'm
to
not gonna-
plant
I'm not
the seed.
gonna yuck yums here, and you like what you like, but it is weird.
I think that's the definition of a yucky and a yum, but you know.
I'd say that's pretty yucky.
Yeah, it's fair.
Pretty much the definition.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, I'm not here to yuck yums, but hey, that's yucky.
Yeah. Not here to yuck yums, but
I think we all had that pivotal like, coming of age experience when we were kids. Like for me, it was watching Dragon Ball Z and seeing Bulma, and I was like 12. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely straight. I like Bulma.
well, I mean, you could be bi. I mean, just saying.
No, because every time you
Watching
saw
Dragon Ball,
the
Watching
male
Dragon Ball
characters
Z,
vomited.
Like Goku has like 12 abs in that show. You know, you weren't in the clear quite yet watching that show. Right?
That's true. And there was that whole like weird sexual tension between Goku and Vegeta.
Well, they fused, so sexual tension. Delta. Have you guys seen the new Animaniacs? Speaking of furry critters, have you guys seen the new Animaniacs that's out on Hulu now?
I haven't yet. I was gonna watch it the other night, but I fell asleep. Not because it's not good, just because it was late.
Yeah, I was gonna check it out next. Been powering through some Babs Burgers. Just trying to get that show watched because I've never actually given it like a solid run through.
It's a great show.
It is
Yeah.
good show. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I'll have to
that's-
check it out,
that's
but
what's new to me.
I'm cool with it being rebooted. I think it's a good kind of like, it's almost like a sketch show, so I feel like it's not too horrible to reboot it. They don't have to like work out plots and stuff. It's just like writing jokes.
Yeah.
So that I'm good with.
I'm cool with it being rebooted, but at the same time, I'm also just like, you know, I'm sure
Make new
there's like
stuff.
there's new stuff out there that people are like sitting on and being like, can somebody?
Nostalgia makes money, and there's
Sure
nothing we
does.
can do about it. As much as it's boring to a lot of us.
That's true.
It's
It is
just the
nice
way it
that
is.
like younger generations can be like, "What? This show Animaniacs on Hulu is fucking hilarious. I love this," and then people who are old like us can be like, "Well, little do you know that actually that was a show when I was a kid." And that's
Little did you know that they actually made a joke about fucking sticking their finger up Prince's asshole back in the day.
It's a classic joke.
Classic joke.
classic joke.
Bold move on their part, and you know,
Yeah.
I respect them for it.
Wow,
post-
it's crazy.
I'll post the video in the Discord for anybody who's curious what video I'm talking about.
Now we're gonna have a whole generation of people turned on by poking their fingers in an animated version of Prince's butt.
That's right.
Yeah, and we're to blame.
Look what we've done.
I'm not gonna yuck yums here, but that's fucking weird.
Especially being he's no longer with us.
Yeah, that's necrophilia. necrophilia is I feel is more acceptable to yuck.
That's the kink formerly known as necrophilia.
That's right. Hey, quit kink shaming me. I'm a necrophiliac.
How dare you?
There's a market in there,
Make me
guys.
I
feel.
only like to fuck dead kids.
Oh
Wait.
God! Oh no!
Alright.
Time to spin out of that one.
Yeah, that's
Dial it back.
Weird.
that's what I do. I just take it a step further.
He
Every
finds
time.
the line and he sprints at it.
I just can't. What is wrong with me?
I am a failure as a father and a son.
And the Holy Spirit.
Amen. You have children, Zach?
No, that's why I'm a failure as a father. I don't have
Oh, you failed at being you failed at being a father in the most basic sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I failed sex ed, and so my teacher was like, "Nope, you get a stamp. You're not allowed to procreate."
You failed sex ed, so they just gave you a vasectomy at the end of class.
Yeah.
I kept laughing at all the genitals. I'm sorry, but when you're 13, a cock and balls is funny.
Now no one's laughing at my
No.
genitals because they're vasectomized. They got a vasectomy.
They wouldn't dare laugh at my genitals. There'd be hell to pay.
That's right.
Mine.
I mean, they work fine. It's just, you know.
Only I'm allowed to laugh at my.
My genitals demand respect.
That's right. Stand at attention.
Come on, do it.
Come on. Oh dear. Hold on. I have to give him a pep talk.
Remember what we talked about?
No, you crack under pressure. Hold on. This is like a real Michigan J Frog situation going on over here. That's fun when shows name characters after entire states.
Yeah. Michigan.
Florida.
That's another one. Georgia.
Yeah.
Tallahassee. Wait.
I don't know.
That's Zombieland. They named themselves after where they were headed anyways, so all the characters are named for states there. Well, that's actually a city anyways, but I'm making it
Gary, Indiana.
joke.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama.
I've never been to the state of Mountain Mama, but I hear it's nice there this time of year.
You guys have been playing Fallout 76, which takes place in Mountain Mama.
No, I haven't been playing Fallout 76.
Oh yeah, there is a shame connected to that for a lot of people. I've gotten past it finally because it's pretty fun.
It is
but
actually a very fun game.
but I felt that way too. I feel like everybody I talked to, like, I don't know, I had a couple guys at work that every once in a while would be like, so what are you playing? And it's like Fallout 76, and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come back to us when you're playing a real game.
I don't want to hear about that.
My new job, I'm with a bunch of trainees, and that definitely happened.
Yeah.
Where they're saying, "What games do you play?" I said, "I'm currently getting into Fallout 76," and just the audible groan across the entire room was just, I loved it.
I'm not gonna lie,
Great.
I've had fun shitting on it for the past year. I have,
You
but
have, yeah.
I'm owning the fact that I enjoy it now because I think it's only fair. For me to have criticized it without playing it, I feel like it's only right for me to say I enjoy it now and take full everything that comes with that.
Oh, you're very brave.
I'm trying to be.
Yeah, it's definitely not the train wreck it was when it was first dropped.
Yeah,
That's
it's
for
fun,
sure.
and it's on Games Pass, which we're all subscribed to, so it's free, which gives it a lot of points.
Oh,
Yes.
free with an asterisk next to it.
Right. It's I would have. I guess what I mean by free is I would have Games Pass even if Fallout 76 wasn't on it. So I've been playing it on there, and I'm more forgiving for a game that I didn't spend money on. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I mean, I would be pretty mad if I had paid money for Deep Rock Galactic.
I don't know if I'd be mad. I've enjoyed it. It depends what I paid, but I've gotten $20 worth out of it.
Yeah.
I would have been like okay with paying money for it until I got the helmet, and then I would have been like, fuck this shit. I want a
Yeah, that was-
refund.
Mostly the helmet and like just sort of the sense that like there is nothing else to the game aside from what's there.
Yeah. I
Would
don't
have
know.
been like,
I think it's a fun game, but I'm starting to get fatigued. Not that I'm like done completely, but necessarily, but I'm getting close.
I'm a considerable amount fatigued on that game just because I feel like we have seen everything.
All there is to see.
Yeah,
The rest
and
will just be
there's a
like
lot of-
doing it harder modes.
Yeah.
Are we done with this drawing, or are we still adding
I
some?
gotta do one last thing. I forgot
Go for
to fuse.
Oh, I like it. Well done. This is good. So I noticed Ian. I was
Yeah.
about to ask you about it, but I see that it's been changed now. I didn't notice which. One of your bombs on the left had a nose, and he no longer does.
Oh yeah, I fixed that along.
No,
It was
this is
it was jarring to me. I'm like, oh, a human snuck into this engagement.
That should be the next
Hey.
DrawBomb pictures. We do a bunch of the DrawBombs, and then there's like one human snuck in there trying. That's like, find the human.
Well, it's not very good sneaking if that's what the one thing he's saying.
I'm a human.
I hope they don't notice. I'm a human.
Find
Oh, no.
me.
I hope they don't know that I have organs.
They don't know that I have herpes. I'll kiss them all just to find out.
Yes, sir.
Mwah.
That's what's telling us.
Mwah.
You little kid. You little kid.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done with this drawing.
All right. I'm gonna save it.
We spent a whole hour.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, but I'm okay with it. We get some good drawings out of it.
Yeah.
Some good chats and drawings and yeah.
Exactly. All right, it's saved. We can clear it. So
Start deleting your beloved work, beloved drawings.
Thanksgiving is coming up.
That's right.
Any plans? I understand that COVID is a thing, but what do you know, even if it's just staying at home, any plans in regards to that?
Eating a big ass meal.
Good. And that is one of the perks of the fact that you guys are all under the same roof. That makes for you can actually have a pretty Thanksgiving.
That's correct.
And that's awesome. We're gonna make a medium-sized meal here. We go big, but I mean we'd have to make it all and to eat it all. Just two of us, so we're gonna kind of try to keep it down somewhat. But
Gonna have to be potatoes. I feel like that's the most important part.
there will be potatoes at ours. There will be turkey. And then,
Sweet potatoes.
nah, normal. I'm just gonna do some. I do like sweet potatoes, but I love normal potatoes also and more. So I guess that's where I'm at.
For me, sweet potatoes make the Thanksgiving meal. I mean, not like, you know, I'm not like riding a lot on, but on like the sweet potatoes meal, like whatever dish it is made.
Ian,
out
it
of
sounds
sweet
like you
potatoes.
are. So
But sweet potatoes, gotta have them, or it's not Thanksgiving. Otherwise, it's just eating a bunch of food.
I feel that way about like normal like mashed potatoes. I feel like they need to be there.
Mashed potatoes are also a necessity.
They're both very important. Candied potatoes, obviously, yes, but like mashed potatoes are crucial. You can have Thanksgiving dinner without sweet potatoes, and as long as you have mashed potatoes.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm disagreeing.
If
I
have
think you
sweet
can
potatoes
sub
and no
out-
mashed potatoes. What are you doing?
I think you can sub out just about everything at Thanksgiving besides mashed potatoes. You need those.
I know, but I'm saying you gotta have the turkey, you gotta have the mashed potatoes, you gotta have the sweet
I even think turkey's optional. I think you could go ham.
Yeah.
ham.
It's not as good for me, but I would not be like
Now you're
this
describing a
Thanksgiving's
Christmas
ruined.
dinner.
I'm fine with subbing turkey out for chicken because I like moist.
I think mashed potatoes are like if you have one thing and nothing else, I think that's what you need.
So as you can see in the chat, we all have different ideas of what it is that really.
Yeah, some of us are right, others are wrong.
And it just goes to show, see how we're all still being civilized adults. I will kill them.
Fuck you.
So, you know, you can have your differences with each other, but you just have to make sure that you hatch elaborate plans to see through their downfall, and then that's how you deal with disagreements. Can't wait to kill you guys later. It's gonna be
I
great.
hate you're dead to me.
Thank God, you know, you have to keep social distance from me. You can't kill me I have a little bit of time.
Oh, I know where you live.
True.
Actually, hold on. Do I still have that text on there? Oh, yeah, I might need you to text me your address again. So
I feel like you could
over
find
to
me. My town's not that big. I feel like you know the basics and you could track it down from there.
yeah, I could probably find you if I wanted to.
You, on the other hand, not a chance. You're safe.
Yeah, I am actually. Except unless you check. Well, no, I don't put my address online. Yeah, no, I believe I have the upper hand in this scenario here.
I'm gonna set up some elaborate Home Alone booby traps, and you'll never get in.
That's my one weakness. How did you know?
Paint cans hitting me in the face at 100 miles an hour is my one weakness.
A blowtorch set up to blow fire over the open door. Gosh.
I know I'm not the first to mention it, but it would be fun to like get some some accurate, like how long would that go on? You know, the movie would be over in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, like before the robbers.
Before they are so severely injured that they're just not breaking in anymore.
He just gets hit with one paint can and has a like concussion that sends him to a coma.
That's pretty much how it would go.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the unanimous thing that everybody points out of all the things they do to him is like the paint can would be like there'd be a dead body on the floor at the McAllister house.
Yeah. And that's even before. No, that's after the nail in the foot.
That's pretty close to the end of it. They do like fall, I don't know, 10 feet or 15 feet from a
Which
rope.
could be a broken back.
Yeah, you could definitely get hurt from that, from everything. But in the second movie, if I remember correctly, there's a scene where they're going upstairs and they're like privy to his shit, so they're like, they stomp on the steps and they get out of the way and the paint can swings by and they're like, ow! And then the other guy does it, and then after that, they're like, all right, we're good, and they run up and then he swings down it's like a
barbell?
like a pipe. It's like something that's like way worse than a paint can, and it hits them both, and that would like
a cast iron water pipe.
it would like cave their heads in if it hit them.
Yeah. No, like that kid, like somebody should do a mashup of the Ewoks from Star Wars and Kevin McAllister from.
It's pretty. I have to imagine there's some inspiration one way or the other.
Yeah. But I would love to see who could win in a trap off. Like who would die first? The Ewoks with their giant logs that could smash a robot in half, or Kevin McAllister with paint cans.
I love Home
They're both
Alone.
small, so they can hide easily.
It's an even match.
I love Home Alone. It's out of the two Christmas booby trap movies, it's one of my favorites.
What's the other Christmas movie?
I don't know, Die Hard.
Yes, yeah. I was trying to think. No, but Bobcat Goldthwait doesn't count as a booby trap, but Scrooged. Yeah.
I haven't seen Scrooge in a long time, but I do like that movie.
It's a good movie.
I love Home Alone. 2 is fine, whatever. It's alright, but I don't know. One is really good though. I like it a lot. I have to watch that one each year, I think.
3 doesn't exist.
There's like several after 2.
No, there aren't. They
But
don't
I mean,
exist.
but I agree with you. I'm just saying like, it's not 3 is not the only like problem. There's many
they
more.
really ran with that series, and then
They even went as far as like having, I don't know if it's technically Kevin in the movie and everything, but they have one where it's like
No.
all recast characters that look at this like knockoff bargain versions.
Jeez, yeah, that's weird. I mean,
What'd you say, Ian?
By the time Home Alone 3 came out, Macaulay Culkin was already adult.
Oh yeah, Home Alone 3 was at least like I would say a good 10 years after. No, not 2006.
I'm gonna say 3 or 2.
Because I was young. I was fairly young when I
I
watched
was still
it.
pretty young.
The kid in it is the kid from like Liar Liar and I don't know what the actor's name is, but I'm just saying if he was a
7.
yeah. So I would have been 7. And I don't know when did the original come out? Like 93 or something.
Yeah, I guess not that long.
I want to say 93. Yeah.
Home Alone 3 was 97.
No, 93.
Wait.
Home Alone 3, 97. Home Alone.
Okay, that's what I was asking. I'm surprised that it's 1997.
No. Wait, with Home Alone
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed it was later than that.
Home Alone was 1990. And then Home Alone 2 was 1992.
Alright, there you go. The audience was dying to know, and
Welcome to that lovely time of every show. Ian Google stuff. He's Googling stuff.
look it up,
Google.
Ian, look it up.
At you. Look it up, Ian. Look it up.
That's just
No, we can't steal that. That's from comedy.
No, I know.
No, I was saying for Zach.
Oh, gotcha.
I was just making sure you knew that.
I think we all know we knew nothing.
The
not
cease
it.
and desist letters have made sure that we know that.
Yeah. We also got rid of our Taking a Plane Break song. For both Comedy Bang Bang and the band Jet. It's been a rough week. I mean, there at the DrawBomb Studios, we're holed up in the Comedy Bang Bang Studios. We're actually in the supply closet.
It makes it really easy for them to serve us cease and desist. They can hand them off in person. We instead of doing a whole turkey, we just got like one of those like turkey breast, just like the part, you know, like it's a portion of a turkey. Just as much as
people eat a whole turkey.
I mean, I could attempt it. I do love like turkey sandwiches after the fact, and I also do eat a lot of turkey on the day usually. But
I make sure I pick the fuck out every time.
yeah, if I'm not feeling ill by the end of it, I've not done it right.
Yeah, then you're not really celebrating the American tradition of just eating yourself.
I want to celebrate gluttony in a fashion that would be insulting
That's right.
to everyone else. It's a strange tradition, but boy, do I enjoy it.
Yep. Celebrate this genocide by eating yourself silly.
Yeah, feels.
That's Thanksgiving.
Fortunately, not that far off. What are you thankful for, guys?
God. I am thankful I have all of my limbs and eyes and teeth.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think that's, a lot of people don't give that enough credit. I've often said, like, when I see a person who's like 100 and they have all their fingers, I'm just amazed. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
It's fairly common, so I guess it shouldn't be that impressive. But I'm just like, I've had close calls. I've had like, how do you make it that long without just like losing a finger?
I've had a lot of close
Or a
calls with a
toe.
lot of body parts.
Yeah. So, if you make it to the end and you got all the pieces, you're still in mint condition. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Are you
Good
guys
job.
in mint condition, or are you missing parts? I had my wisdom teeth taken out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I got-
appendix,
I got
wisdom
tonsils. I got appendix.
teeth, got all that.
I have all of my adult teeth. I have You know, I got it all. Yeah, the wisdom teeth. That's the one. You said you still have your wisdom teeth, Ian?
Yes, I do.
Wow. There you go, folks.
I'm only in searing pain 12 out of my 15 waking hours a day.
Oh, it started to hurt?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. I got mine out, and it was, I don't know, I got lucky, I guess. It's possible that I was just, like, paranoid about dry sockets so much that I, like, followed the rules and then some, but I was, like, so little pain. They gave me, like, painkillers, I didn't even use them. I was, like, good to go. It was easy peasy. And I got all 4 out at once.
So you missed out on, like, the best part of losing your
I know, but I was, you know, I was young and not really interested in abusing opioids at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now I'm a man who understands the simple
Foolish
pleasures.
child you were.
Yeah, for me, factory warranty is void.
You've broken the user agreement.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I jailbroke myself.
Jailbroke.
Do either of you have any tattoos?
Emotionally broken. I do have tattoos.
Okay, so yeah, so that's avoiding the warranty, I think.
I don't have my wisdom teeth. I got all 4
That's
knocked out.
voting God's warranty.
You have your body's a temple, Zach. I am.
That's right.
No,
It's a shitty temple, man. Come on.
I love tattoos. I think they're awesome. I know I'm indecisive, and that's the biggest thing. So I'm like, I haven't yet come up with an idea that would be like, yes, I would love it forever. Everything I like, I'm like, well, I'm gonna hate that in like a year and a half.
That was my original fear, but then I realized like tattoos generally are like I understand if you don't want to dedicate like a whole arm to a sleeve or something like that. That's not really my aesthetic though. I'm not gonna yuck somebody's yum, but
I hope you don't.
I just realized like in the grand scheme of things, like the tattoos I got are so small compared to like my big body. Like I have a big wide open canvas, so like by the end of my run, of course I'm gonna have a couple tattoos. I'm like, oh, that is fucking stupid. But then that's also
part of it.
Charm.
Yeah, I see that more now, and I'm getting closer to the point where I imagine it'll happen.
I'm interested in getting a sleeve, but I wanted to make sure that I don't have to work like a fucking day job like a normal human being, where they're like, oh shit, you gotta better sleeve up there, Ian, because you have your tattoo, and then...
Don't worry, you're getting close to the point where our generation takes over, and then that's fine. No one will care anymore because every old person will have tattoos. Right now, it's the old people get mad about it, so they're like trying to appease those people. But pretty soon, you're gonna, every grandma walking around is gonna be like decked out, and no one's gonna care anymore.
Nursing home will be full of like stories.
The thing is, though, I would like to be successful in my chosen career before it gets to that point.
That's fair.
Yeah, what you're saying is,
just
you'll
wait
probably be
60
an old
years
man before you ever are successful. So
that's not what I was implying, but I kind of was by accident implying that. Not that it would take you that long, but just that things will change probably in our lifetimes is more what I meant. But I agree. Yeah, let's get there quicker than that. I agree.
Yeah.
Have any of you ever done the like turducken route?
I have not.
I haven't.
I don't think many people have. I haven't either. I'm just.
Duck is expensive though, isn't it? Like it's always struck me as a weird thing because duck is considered like one of the more like highfalutin. Like
if you had duck.
I've had, I mean, back when I was working in the restaurant, like, we had a duck dish, so we were, whenever people would, like, send the shit back, we'd all be like, oh, no.
Duck's good. I think the thing that makes it, like, really good is, it's basically, like, it's, like, greasier, it's, like, all dark meat, so.
Yeah.
Good
so
shit.
a turducken has always struck me as like a waste of good duck by putting a
I've never thought of it that way, but I might have rather just had a duck then.
Yeah.
It's a good point. I think it's a novelty, and that's the whole thing. You just want to be able to say you did it, and then you never do it again.
I'll do a tur bacon, which is where you put bacon, all up
a turdork?
A what?
A turdork?
Turdork?
Pork. And I don't know.
Oh, well, yeah, but bacon. So, because like specifically bacon, like Turdork kind of makes it sound like or poor herky.
I like turkey.
A porky.
Porky? Yeah, that just makes it sound like you're sticking a ham inside of a turkey, but I'm talking about specifically like getting that turkey all tasting like bacon. Bacon.
Be good.
You know, we'll have to try these things out. It feels like some weird effigy that would be insulting to all the different animals of the world. I would not want to be stuffed inside a larger animal than eaten. If I was eaten, I want, you know, I want to be the main show. I don't want to be tucked away inside like I don't know, what's something they put me in, like a bear, and then a bear is inside of like an elephant.
A bear human or a Hugh bear. I mean, I wouldn't be.
When the giants rise and we become a food source, I don't want to be an ingredient. I want to be.
I wouldn't mind being in a shark human.
A shark human board. I'm trying to think of a charcuterie joke here. And
yeah, I was thinking more like it's a human stuffed inside of a shark with a dazzling sprinkle of cumin.
There you go.
A shark human.
Oh, that's how you pronounce it.
Charcuterie?
No, human.
Oh, cumin, yeah.
That's not pronounced cumin. Cumin.
That's what I always thought. Like, I want some ground cumin.
No, the spice namers, they saw that joke coming from 600
They
years
saw that
away.
joke cumin from a mile away.
They saw a cumin.
Yep.
Cumin right down that Silk Road there.
Cumin right for us.
The more I know.
You're learning something every day.
That's right.
Smart around you guys. Because you make them smart by proxy.
So, Ian, I see that you're drawing a previous iteration of your character.
That is correct. I've given him the Kurt Russell name, or MacGruber, or there's like 18 different names you call it. He looks kind of like Hagrid now in my game.
Yeah, I did kind of like his previous look, but the new one is fun, for sure.
Yeah. You know, I have him still in my wardrobe, so I can always switch it up.
Right. He's just going through a midlife crisis. He might go back at some point.
That's right. He's got himself a new high fancy, like, car that he drives around. Although they don't have cars in that game, so it's like a fancy big car.
I love in Community when John Goodman's character just, for like a season, has a ponytail, and when asked about it, he's like, I'm going through some stuff, and that's like all.
John Goodman?
Yeah, he runs the air conditioning repair school.
Oh God, that's right. Yeah, he's like, I forgot about that. Yeah, totally forgot that arc where Troy is like it's Troy that's like able to do.
Yeah. Troy's like a messiah for air conditioning repair. He's just like naturally good.
It's like a whole like chosen one matrix.
Yeah, he's like prophesized about.
That show goes on some weird.
It does, but I love it for that.
Still a good show.
Yeah, I'm not even like criticizing it on that. I like that it goes down some weird.
It's still a good show, Brandon. Okay, no matter what.
You can't make me hate it. Even.
God.
Yeah.
6 seasons in a movie.
They're actually saying that they might be working on a movie now.
I've heard that, yeah. Which I would be so interested in seeing.
Yeah, that'd be cool with that. I do like me some Community.
I do. I wonder if they would be able to bring Donald Glover back.
I have to imagine they would, right? Like, if they actually made a movie. I imagine they wouldn't even bother going through, like, a reunion if you can't get the OG people back.
Yeah. I mean, they would have to keep Chevy Chase off. Because, I mean, he didn't leave because...
I think they technically killed him in the show, too.
They did kill him in the show, but also, like, you know, like, they couldn't even, like, retcon it with the actor, or with the character, because, like, they couldn't say, like, oh, that was my body double. Was it Jeff Winger? They would have to, like, I mean, he didn't leave the show because, like, he had a good relationship.
Well, it was difficult and stuff.
It was being Chevy Chase.
Yeah, he's been known for that.
Yeah, he was known for that.
I mean, you got I could be ignorant in saying this, but I'm pretty sure he got known on SNL, and he's been known for being an asshole even since then. I mean, from the stories I've heard, regardless of whatever, what's true and what's not. But
I'm the top of the world. I'm a comedy actor.
How dare anyone not respect me?
I am the height of
You call this
talent.
You call this a turd bacon? More like a turd bacon.
So what would be the best 3-food combination instead of the turducken? I feel like 3 meats is not a good way to go anyways. Like, what are we trying to achieve? And, like, are they deboned, or are these... Is it just they're all cooked at the same time within each other, and then you have to, like, dissect?
You know, I think what it is you have to cook them together and make sure they get each other's juices, because you really want to mix those. You want a mingling of those flavors. I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah.
So I would have to say it's a turkey with a swordfish shoved. No, not even a turkey. It's a ostrich with a swordfish shoved inside of it, with just a million scoops of caviar pouring out of the open swordfish's mouth.
I don't think I've ever actually had, like, good caviar.
I've never had caviar. I have had swordfish.
I said that like I was trying to sound... I don't think I've ever had caviar. Not that I've never had good caviar. I've just never had it.
I've never had a good caviar. Just that bullshit beluga caviar.
Just that rare sturgeon caviar.
Yes. I have had escargot, and I did enjoy that.
No, me
actually,
too.
You know what? The swordfish aviar, that is 2 seafoods in one, and I feel like we need to like have 1 poultry, 1 seafood, and then 1 wild card. So it's
Pizza.
It's ostrich with swordfish shoved inside of it. No, shark.
You feed the ostrich a pizza, and then you cook it
Yeah.
real fast before the pizza can digest, and then it's in there.
Yeah, I cooked that ostrich alive. Alive, I say.
Like a lobster.
Here's what it is.
Ignore the ostrich's objections.
It's an alligator, no, crocodile, because those are the gamier kind, I believe. You get a crocodile, put an ostrich inside of it, put a swordfish inside of that, and then top it off with some escargots.
So I have a question. Where do the morals start and end? Is it depend on how flavorful the food is? Because, like, as Zach mentioned, lobsters are cooked alive, but it's allowed because they taste good. So, like, if, like,
That's a great question.
certain animals tasted really, really good being cooked alive, not we all, but would the majority of people be okay with it? Is that the deciding factor?
I'm not sure, because you know what the other option for cooking lobsters is when you're not cooking them to death is snapping them in half and then impaling them on a spike in a pile of his dead brethren. Because that's what I saw when I was working in the restaurant. Like, I walked in, and like in the kitchen, like our chef is just preparing lobsters, and she's breaking them apart with her bare hands and then impaling them on like a stick that like a bunch of other writhing lobster halves.
I would rather be boiled.
I'm not sure like what's the better option here, and I was just like, that's fucked up. And she's like, well, the other option is I boil it alive. And I was just like, I am so morally conflicted right now.
So happy I wasn't born a lobster.
And like, I'm telling you, like, these body parts were like writhing around for like another 10 minutes or so after.
Yeah, the boiling alive sounds way better.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because
So,
I feel like you go into shock before like you. I don't know.
Lobsters. I will say seafood in general gets a bad. When it comes to morals, we kind of turn a blind eye to seafood. In fact,
we do like.
In fact, not only that, but like people who like to say they're like pescatarians are like, I don't eat meat, I just eat fish. Like the fish just don't get any recognition.
Well, we evolved from fish, so they're technically a lesser evolved version of land animals, so they can go fuck themselves.
Oh no, Zach, what happened to your to your pilgrim.
Oh, you should still be there.
No, he don't.
Oh, I got it.
Here, undo it. I liked it, so.
I got it. Hold up. I got it.
Neuronico says Google Turkey is the MVP. So thank you so much. I'd like to thank everyone who helped me get here. I want to thank everyone who supported my creative trajectory. My art teacher, who originally taught me to draw turkey. Yeah, they all got me here, and thank you so much.
I'd like to thank the NBC logo for providing a template for this turkey.
Isn't that a peacock?
It is, but I mean...
What's
Same
the
thing.
difference? Peacock
I think-
is a more colorful turkey that we don't eat.
Peacocks are just
I think-
turkeys that went to Mardi Gras.
I think
That's a good...
around this time of year, they do actually, I think, change their logo to like turkey colors.
Of course they do.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
And they call
And
their
if not, they're missing
streaming
out.
service to Turkey.
Hi, welcome to NBC. I know we call our new streaming service Peacock, but
Not this month.
not this month. We've changed the website domain and all of the content servers over to Turkey. And at the end of this month, we'll spend another $5,000 getting everything moved back over. So
Very expensive. It's like the whole IHOP kerfuffle.
yeah.
I like that there was actually outrage when that happened. They were like, my god.
You can't do anything nowadays without like at least 10 people like shitting their pants and being like, ah!
At the end of the day, if you got mad about IHOP changing their name, you should relax at night knowing that you have no real problems in your life.
Yeah, you should go to bed smoking a cigarette and embrace death because there's nothing left in this world for you.
Yeah, you've maxed yourself out. Neuronico says, everything's leading up to this moment, the holy Google. And yeah, TLV 2020 also referenced IHOB. Were you one of the people who were outraged?
IHOP!
No!
I proposed to my wife at an IHOP, and I'll tell you what, now this ring is useless.
There's always going to be an asterisk on the story.
I don't even know. I'm
Someone's going to have to explain what IHOP was, now that it doesn't
It's true.
exist anymore. But I feel like I genuinely had that conversation more than once, unfortunately, because it makes me depressed. Where I had to be like, they're not actually changing it permanently. You get that, right? Like, there's no way they would do that.
I have their website in 7 different locations bookmarked on my tabs. What am I fucking gonna do now, bro?
I have the IHOP logo tattooed on my back, and now I feel like an idiot. Before I did not feel like an idiot, but now I do.
This is worse than insert tragedy here. This is bad, man. This is oh.
TLV says, who goes there to eat burgers? Seriously, I don't go there to eat pancakes either. I don't go there at all.
I go there for like their other types of foods, except for like free pancake day, which they're always so slammed, and I never actually make it long enough in line to like go in because I'm just like I feel bad for these
It's
people.
like I'd rather just pay $3 for a pancake and not
Yeah.
have to deal with these crowds. TLV says, I've only got pancakes there, never ventured into the other areas of the menu. Well, you know.
They're not bad, honestly. I had like a breaded steak there, which obviously was disgusting, but I enjoyed it because it was a breaded
You did
steak.
you did like a chicken fried steak type thing?
It was like, I think so. Yeah, I forget.
Yeah, that's usually the breaded steak
When we
thing
were
that
going there,
exists
we
in
found out
breakfast places.
when we went there, we found out that our one friend was like a waitress there. She's just like, oh hey, and we're like, oh hey, I'll have this steak, and then she made fun of the amount of calories I was eating. And I was just like, I will tip you less.
Yeah, look,
swear
I
to
already
God.
made my decision.
But we were also there at like 2 o'clock in the morning one time.
That's what those places exist for, as far as I'm concerned.
100%
Like,
hammered.
Weird
being there at 2 o'clock.
late night.
We were there, and like this dude and like this girl he was with, who we think he was paying her to hang out with him because she was sober as a bird. This dude was fucking drunk and mumbling and smelling like piss. like just
Huh.
it was
The
a-
usual IHOP crowd.
Yeah, the usual IHOP crowd, especially in the city. TLV 2020, tender loving, velvet. Always
Velvet.
walking with my grandparents. They loved it there. They loved those senior menus.
Yeah,
IHOP is a big thing.
that is a thing. All those places, Denny's, Bob Evans, IHOP, all those like breakfast type chains, they're very popular with the senior community.
That's true. Yes.
Not sure
Why do you
why,
think that is?
but I don't know. I haven't thought about it till just now. I'm not sure. Maybe because their schedule is a little bit earlier than everybody else's. They tend to get up early, rise earlier, and go to bed earlier. Maybe that's it.
That's another parallel between becoming like an old person and being a child, is that you also get your own menus. You know, like there's always a kids menu, and then there's always like an old people's menu.
I think it's like as far when you get older, it's usually not like different portions, isn't it? Just like discounts and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably. That actually makes a lot more sense. But what if it was just like pre-chewed, like?
I worked at a Bob Evans for one moment, like 2 months, and I saw some wild stuff there. It was a really interesting job. My favorite, I won't go through like a whole list, but the crown jewel of anything I saw at that place was this older gentleman came in, ordered a stack of pancakes. He was in there just about every day. He was like a regular, and his his usual shtick was he took the stack of pancakes and he would pick them up and he would start buttering them, but just to keep them separated, the buttered and the non-buttered, until he was finished. He would set them on the table one at a time. The table at the Bob Evans, and then he'd put the whole stack back on his plate, ready to eat.
Yeah.
But I do not recommend that for sanitary purposes.
No, that is horribly unsanitary.
It was wild to watch. I enjoyed it very much every time, just because
God.
I'd never seen anything like it.
Had nobody told this man?
You don't. I feel like you can't correct a person on that. You can't correct a person
Friends can.
who's in their. No, he was there by himself, but you can't correct
I
a
know.
person in their senior on eating techniques because you should assume they have it down by now.
He's an old man. He's got a compromised immune system.
Or maybe he has the best immune system in the world because
True.
he eats tainted pancakes every day of his life.
It's like eating that powder that like the guy eats like a little bit of it every day in Princess Bride so that he can poison the other dude, iocane powder or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah. So I drew. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say TLV says it's a social scene. They knew the waiter's name on a
That's-
first. They knew the waiter on a first.
That's
name
actually very true too. Like they were there because they would like chat up the servers and
We had a lot of regulars at the bank who would be like wanting to talk to people, and I would just never be like down for it. Like some guy would be like, "I'd like to put these $20 in my account." Okay, sir, here you go. All right, boy, this place sure is changing every day, isn't it? Sure.
You're like, I'm here every day, so it's hard for me to. It's like if somebody gets gains weight over time, you can't really tell.
Yeah.
Until you see a picture. You're like, sir, I'm here every day. I don't know.
I hate this place, sir. I do not like to think about it more than I absolutely have to.
I drew the 2 mandatory Thanksgiving meals when they were alive. Both mashed potatoes and the turkey.
That's what mashed potatoes look like before you got them on the plate.
When it roams the world, before it's hunted down and harvested.
It's a cruel world for the mashed potato.
Yeah. Where's the mashed potatoes' natural habitat? Where do they? I feel like I want a Pokemon game, except all the creatures are just like food.
That would be a fun game. You've caught nachos. Nachos usually live in
I would play that game.
Yeah, I would play. And I get hungry and then just eat food constantly while I'm playing it.
Yeah. There you go. It'd just be an endless circle.
Would
What
you
other?
like to use potato with butter? You've got a big
Use the
potato.
butter stone for it to evolve. What? Butterstone. What other Thanksgiving meals are there that are? What's the next big one after
Sweet
those two?
potato pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Or peas.
As much as you may disagree, pumpkin pie is way more common than sweet potato pie.
God damn it! What?
I Oh yes, that's a good point. TLB says the humble canned cranberry.
Oh,
I mean, I was thinking about cranberries, but I'm just personal preference. Sweet potatoes are bust. If you don't put sweet potatoes in my meal, I will kill you.
Are you involved in the cooking process at all, or you just have demands?
I am a demander, not a.
Okay, just wanted to check. I had a feeling. I thought I knew the answer. I just wanted to make
I
sure.
am gonna try and make deviled eggs this year for.
Oh yeah, that would be a good thing. Maybe I'll make some of those too.
I'm not gonna make shit. I'm just there
You know what's really good is to take jalapenos and you take a really thin slice and put it on top of a deviled egg. It's pretty nice. Little extra spice. Welcome to Cooking Bomb, where we talk about recipes.
Hey, you may have last heard us. Me and Brandon got into quite a Donnybrook over the efficacy of jalapenos on your deviled eggs. And I had pulled a knife and we cut to commercial. And then I cut him. And I am now the only host of Cooking Bomb.
All episodes are filmed at IHOB.
And I have, where they have a lovely menu for us seniors, and also
Ask for the fried steak. They bread it and fry it.
It's a bread and fried
The
steak.
geriatric special.
Just talk to Derek the waiter. He knows me, and I know him, and his lovely dog Cecil. And
I'm trying to set him up with my granddaughter, but no luck yet. I'll keep trying.
I'm gonna get that dick and that pussy
Oh,
one of
God.
these days. Lord knows she's been
But
aching
that
for it.
old-fashioned, dirty talk is just really, it's uncomfortable.
Let me put your dick in my pussy.
Oh no.
Oh my. Is it me or have I trapped my hemorrhoid donut?
Vandercat says I'm making a cheese dip and bringing rolls. Good, important.
Cheese dip.
A bread of some sort is also needed.
Those are good sounding. I mean, you can't go wrong with a cheese dip or bread rolls. Anything bread related, in my opinion, you can't go wrong with.
So here's the menu we're planning. We're gonna do turkey. We're gonna do mashed potatoes, like some garlic mashed potatoes. We're gonna do we're gonna attempt like a cheesy Brussels sprout like bake thing. That one's, we're going off the grid. We're doing something unique there. We're gonna do some croissants. And I think that's it. And then also pumpkin pie.
I wanted to know more about this cheese dip though. Are they gonna be doing
Yes.
like
What kind of cheese dip are we
cheddar?
talking? What cheeses are involved in this dip, Vandercat? You can't just say cheese dip and then leave us hanging.
Gotta tell me about these cheeses. I like the good cheese.
Have you heard the good news about cheeses?
Have you heard the good news about
I didn't hear any of that because Ian was
Have you
doing
heard
the
the
man.
Cheeses live in your heart.
Ooh. Yeah,
You know-
that,
You know
that would
this?
explain why I love cheese so much.
That would explain why every time I eat a cheese, I have a hard time
Breathing.
pumping blood to all my vessels. because I'm dying, literally.
You're lactose intolerant,
You
Grandpa.
probably shouldn't be eating so much cheese these days.
Oh, I eat cheese out of a bucket.
No, I understand that you are eating cheese. What I'm saying is that you should probably stop.
I'll stop the day I die.
No, I know that. I was just trying to prolong that day.
If I can't eat cheese, I am just gonna open fire.
Oh no. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should eat some cheese then.
Okay.
Yeah, give him some cheese. Give him all the cheese.
No way. No.
TLV says, I love carbs on Thanksgiving. And yes, you.
Yeah, who doesn't?
It's mandatory. It's,
Yeah.
you know.
You don't
the
eat
trick-
carbs on Thanksgiving. You're fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't want to know
Not trying to
you.
yuck anyone's yum, but
I'll yuck that yum all
Yum.
day.
That's right.
That person is not giving yum a chance.
That's right. All we are saying is give peas. Alright, I'm done with this joke already.
You know, another one that's a pretty good one, but we're not making it, but I do feel like it's a pretty good staple is like a green bean casserole.
Mm.
It's a nice addition.
Gotta love a good casserole on Thanksgiving. Is that a marshmallow you're drawing there? Or is that a can of cranberry
It's a
sauce?
can of cranberry, and we'll get there, you know. I haven't put the finishing touches. But by the time I'm done, it's going to scream cranberries. Like, literally.
From that drawing, I can see that you're a fan of that with those young whippersnappers who called anime. You like that animes, don't ya?
I like to make this is a chibi cranberry sauce.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm
Oh, cranberry or cranberry?
Ooh.
Which one's more kawaii?
Ooh.
Cat face.
Yeah. That would be the answer, is to give the cranberry like a cat face. I'm still waiting, not so patiently, to hear from Vandercat what kind of cheeses are in that dip.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's
Are we
like
talking about some truffle tremor? Are we talking about some
white cheddar.
He just takes a stack of Kraft singles. You don't even take the plastic off, and you just melt them in a bowl in the microwave.
I would still eat it. I would,
You shouldn't.
I have and would eat again just a block of Velveeta cheese.
Wow, that seems like it would cause medical issues.
No,
Yeah.
it just made me not shit for a week.
Did you
Yeah.
sweat? You sweat more than you ever have in your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
you
I was
know-
just like greasy all over.
Of all the ways of eating just a block of plastic, that's the best way to do it.
Death by cheese.
I will say Velveeta is, well, it is also not real cheese. It's a lot better than like the Kraft singles.
That's true. The
Yeah.
Kraft singles are garbage, and I refuse to ever put one in my mouth.
You know, I'll do it occasionally in like a grilled cheese, like, but they're not. I identify the fact that it's not good. It's like when I go to McDonald's or something, I'm like, this isn't food that I will enjoy
Yeah.
it.
It's I can't do Kraft singles. They just absolutely, just the sight of a Kraft single makes me sick.
I can eat a Kraft single.
I'm a bit bougie like that. If I see some Kraft singles, I'll be like, I will, like, if I was in the desert.
Whoa, look how Mr. Hollywood over here can't eat a Kraft single. Oh boy. Hey, when you walk down a red carpet to get to your fridge, you've made a solid gold.
If I was in the desert and like someone was like, look, we have a crate, we found, oh my god, this airplane that was flying by dropped this crate, it's full of Kraft singles, we're gonna live for the next month off these things, I'd be like, looks like I'm dying. So,
Oh, look at this guy over
Oh.
here. I bet you if you go to the deli, you're like, hey, when you slice me my American cheese slices, I want each slice to be just from the top of the wheel of cheese.
Those people exist and they're horrible. I worked in a bakery deli for years and they're like, no, give me a new like loaf of turkey to cut off of. It's like, no.
What the fuck?
no, we can't do that for you, sir.
I want the fresh stuff. It's like, we're not gonna open a new package for every weirdo who comes in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
People,
People,
do I hate people or what? Jesus.
They just ruin everything.
Just
I
leave
know,
it alone.
right? We should all just go extinct.
We will.
That's true.
This year has proven that to me.
In due time.
You know,
Just wait.
faced with something really like difficult like this year, where the solution is fairly, it's uncomfortable, but it's not too difficult. We're really struggling as a species.
Yeah.
So something like global warming, where like we actually are gonna have to make real like uncomfortable sacrifices. We don't have it in us, I don't think.
No. I mean, God forbid some sort of like viral pandemic occurs and like people like need to stay shut inside, or they're gonna like transmit a horrible disease. Or
Yeah,
something
God
like that.
forbid.
We would be fucked. We would be fucked.
I mean,
Gosh, thank God that's not the case.
I can't even comprehend a situation like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
boy.
Can you
We're living in
imagine,
a
like,
fantasy world.
politicians, like politicized wearing a mask to keep everyone safe?
Now that would be crazy. It would
That
be crazy.
absurd.
Whoa, boy, you guys, this fighting political commentary we're doing on this here.
You know,
podcast.
we like to break it down and get real once in a while.
We like
we
to.
did say we'd start like 10 minutes in. We kept it until like halfway through.
No, we talked about guns like 10 minutes in.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Thought about that.
Yep, no, we got political pretty much as quickly as we predicted.
I will not be censored, okay?
Gosh darn it, if I can't say these things, what are we? A place where people put duct tape over your mouth all the time? What are we here?
I've never been told no in my life, so I don't know how to even.
If you tell me if you tell me these things, I will kick and scream in the middle of this food aisle here until I get what I want.
I will embarrass everybody who sees me, but mostly myself.
I blame society.
Get him.
I'm a
Yeah.
product of my environment.
Alright, there's the cranberry.
That is a cranberry, all right. He's looking.
He has a similar expression to the mashed potatoes. I'm noticing.
Well, all food has a similar. All food is like. That's what they do.
Really,
I imagine-
if you think about it, all food is like mashed potatoes once you chew it up and swallow it down.
Not rocks.
Not rocks.
If you think about it, guys, since food eventually becomes poop, why don't we just cut out the middleman and
Eat poop.
That's
We
right.
have an endless supply of it, and you can recycle it. Once you eat poop, you know what happens? You make more poop.
That's the brilliance of big picture thinking that I'm doing here. You know, obviously the smartest people are the big picture thinkers.
You know, Twitch doesn't want us talking about eating poop. If there's one thing they don't like.
They don't like,
But we don't care.
or seeing people pooping. They don't like those
Well,
things.
they don't want us to talk about eating poop because they know that's gonna cut into fucking the big farm industry.
Big food.
People start eating
also-
poop, they're gonna stop buying groceries.
We're also going to be taking a lot of money out of the mouths of big poop.
Big poop.
If
Yeah, they're-
Twitch doesn't like it because if we convince everybody to eat poop, there won't be enough poop for Jeff Bezos to eat
That's right.
while he sits
That
on
was-
his throne.
You heard it here first, folks. Jeff Bezos eats poop.
Well,
it's
yeah,
a fact.
because there's like the holistic medicine to make your hair grow back. And so you eat some shit, your hair grows back. And he's
Jeff
been trying
Bezos
really hard. He eats shit
Eats
a lot.
Poop. This is
Jeff
breaking
Bezos
news.
invented Jenkum. You heard it here first, folks. Send that around the rumor mills.
We're like actively trying to get banned from this platform.
Or just trying to get us sued for libel.
I would feel validated if that was the reason I got kicked off Twitch.
Yeah.
For starting rumors that Jeff Bezos
It,
Jenkum eats poop.
eats poop, yeah, that'd be great. I would be like, you know.
Let's get the website.
Apparently
Let's
we
get
made a
the
dent.
website going.
They have a algorithm that hunts through Twitch videos just to find people saying that Jeff Bezos eats poop and shuts them down.
Sure. Someone get the Wix account going. We're starting the website. Jeff Bezos huffs jankum and eats poop. .org.
.gov.
Yeah, .gov. .edu. Oh, Jeff Bezos, hey, you eating that poop?
My
Jeff, huffing that jankum. Well, you gotta huff it. Yeah, you gotta huff it.
What platform are we moving to once they kick us off this one?
Well, we can't do that one Microsoft started because they shut the fuck down after like 5 months. Mixer, that's what I'm thinking of. Shit, we could always just stream it directly to YouTube.
There you go.
Actually, we should probably be doing that.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
It's a really good idea.
Like doing a multi-stream or whatever, so you get like one platform at a time,
Right.
or just doing something. TLV says beautiful cranberry.
Oh,
You got
thank you.
ridges and everything.
It's important. You have to know that it, once it leaves the can doesn't leave it.
That's right.
It's in the DNA of the cranberry.
It's like memory foam. That's why I sleep on a pillow made of cranberries.
I've never actually tried the canned cranberry.
It's cranberry.
Like cranberry jello, basically.
Yeah, cranberry jello, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically.
Yeah, I've never actually had it because the only time it's been at my family gatherings was when I was real young, and back then I was just like, no, I'm not eating that. That's weird. And now as an adult, I would totally try it, but it's not. I'm not around it as much. I don't see it anymore in the wild.
Now people go for the real deal.
Right.
Well, if I'm ever thirsty and I want some cranberry juice, but I don't have any cranberry juice around, take one of those cans of cranberry sauce, mix it in with some water, throw some sugar in that bad boy.
I just I was just
Blend the
picturing you
chicken
like.
Drip the chicken into it, and then you got cranberry chicken water soup.
That's strange. I did not see it going that way.
Well, I felt like you already. I'm like one of those Game of Thrones writers who were like searching Reddit to see if people were guessing their plot twist so they could write a different one.
I was picturing you just like taking the top off the can and just like eating like the entire cranberry, unhinging your jaw like a snake.
You gotta mix it in with the water like Kool-Aid, except it's cranberry-aid. Cram-bade.
Just take one of those cans of cranberry and just like eat it like an apple in public.
It's like just the gelatinous like.
People will fear you. Cause they're like, oh.
That meme on the internet, like ripping food with force, just do that cranberry stuff.
I mean, it makes me so mad because I'm like, what a waste of food.
I'm also
You can still eat it after somebody's squished it.
Some of those things just look ruined, like ice cream. That's ruined. You ain't getting that ice cream back.
Boy.
Jeff Bezos hit with a tomato. Jeff Bezos eating that poop. Jeff Bezos eats.
looking up hair plugs.
Oh, Jeff Bezos.
How funny would it be if the next time you saw Jeff Bezos, he just had a full head of hair? You can't. He's gone.
You didn't grow that.
You can't do it after you've gone full bald because it will be too jarring.
Yeah.
Although he has more money than God, so he can like do anything.
He's like you just look closely and it's like a human scalp that's like stapled to his forehead. Still.
That was the ruse. All these years he actually did have a full head of hair. He's just been hiding under a bald cap.
That's my secret.
He's gonna show up with like his own face attached to somebody else's body.
Yeah, he does the face.
It's just like sewed into the middle of the face, and then the rest is just like a completely different body. I had enough money to pull this off. You wouldn't understand how it's possible, but trust me, it can be done.
You think it looks good? Because it doesn't matter to me.
I only pay people who will tell me it looks good. So.
And afterwards, because I'm like Genghis Khan, and like they killed all the people who buried him, and then they killed the people who killed the people who buried him. That's me, except it's with my hair secrets.
We're ripping on Jeff Bezos more than usual this episode.
We do normally only rip on him for at least 20 minutes.
We just mention it. We haven't just like ripped on him nonstop.
Yeah.
But you know.
To be fair though,
Shouldn't be such a dickhead.
Jeff Bezos can go fuck himself, which we
Right.
have in previous episodes.
It's true.
We usually say that in the next episode. But please don't ban us.
Yeah, no, I mean, what, you can't take, like, 30 minutes of nonstop mean jokes?
Yeah, well, when you have $1 billion, I imagine you could still just be like, fuck, well, I care, I have like a billion.
Who can insult you? Who can touch you?
I almost
Forget-
have it early.
We're getting near the end of the show. I do like this Thanksgiving compilation here.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
You guys drew Thanksgiving-related things. I did not, as is tradition.
Yeah, it's just tradition.
Dwarven mining, I mean, that's a Thanksgiving. I think that's, you know, he's part of the scene. You always
Dwarves are
see, like,
Thanksgiving appropriate.
some Native Americans, some pilgrims, a cornucopia, and a dwarven miner.
Yep.
They're always there.
That's in all the specials. You just haven't been paying attention. That's why Dwarf Fortress is a Thanksgiving game.
And be thankful for that.
Speaking of Thanksgiving media, one thing I always try to watch is planes, trains, and automobiles, because there aren't many like Thanksgiving movies.
That's true.
Plus, that's just a really good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I need to write an article about best Thanksgiving episodes of TV shows. And
I'm not familiar with many.
Yeah,
Offhand, I'd have to research it.
I have 3 days, 2 actually, more like, to get it out of the gate before it's too late. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know there's like Bob's Burgers episodes. I've seen the one episode of The New Girl. Friends always has Thanksgiving episodes.
Yeah,
but
Friends is probably a good one. That's classic.
I feel weird being like, these are the best, because I'm just like, I haven't seen like every TV show. How do I know these are the best, you know?
Right. I mean, you could do ones that are just like revered.
No, the article says the best. Brandon.
Just in really, really, really small font. You're like, in my opinion.
And IMO.
So,
Every show's done.
Ian, Zach, do either of you have anything to plug this episode?
No.
No.
I actually deleted all of my social media. Most
Hey,
of it.
that probably felt good.
It did.
Good
It
for you.
really did.
I'm
Like,
jealous.
Instagram, everything. I just said, fuck me.
Suck a fat one. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Eat
How about-
a dick, Jeff Bezos.
Fuck you.
How about you, Ian? Anything to plug?
Well, I do this crazy drawing show with some friends.
What do you call it?
Shit, what is the name of that thing? Shit. We'll get back to it, but check it out every 8 p.m. Mondays. DrawBomb, that's the name.
Draw Bums. It's a show where we draw
Draw-
asses.
We're a bunch of bums who are drawing.
Yep.
You bum.
Thanks for having me, guys. I had a good time.
Yeah, thanks for being here. It was
We
fun.
should do some jackpots later.
We might.
Just saying.
My mate.
We might. I'm gonna save this drawing real quick. I don't have anything to plug besides the show. Thanks for those who tuned in. Join the Discord if you're into that sort of thing. It'll be fun for me. It'll be fun for you. The link's below the video.
Yeah.
And, boy, you're gonna feel like you're part of a family for the first time in your life.
That's right.
It'll be great.
Just follow the YouTube channel. We post our episodes up there. If I remember to upload them before Twitch deletes them, which I forgot to
And,
do. Episodes 46 and 47.
Yeah, behold discovery in the chat. It says a cornucopia of beauty. Thank you very much.
Not like being on camera. But
Nature's bounty. Oh, there's a cat. See, this is the kind of stuff that you can get from this show. This is why you should tune in. There's cats.
Occasionally, there is a cat on the camera.
Right, and that's. I mean, what else do you need? I don't know.
The whole discovery says, I know you just read it, but Zach was talking over him. But the whole discovery says a cornucopia of beauty.
Booty.
The beauty. Yeah, there's a lot of foods here. You can pretty much, stick all these foods in your face come the 26th, because that is when Thanksgiving is.
Yeah.
If you are not living in the North American continent of the United States, what's it like being over there in civilized society? Can you take us with you?
Sounds nice. Adopt us.
Yeah, please.
I'm house trained.
Canada, their Thanksgiving already happened, so
We would already have eaten the food then.
Just reminisce about how great it was for you last month.
Yeah, and if you have not had an equivalent of Thanksgiving in your country yet,
Do it, but keep the gems.
Eat a bird, and then also eat a lot of other stuff.
Eat a bird, eat a potato. You got
Yeah.
the experience.
Catch a bird and eat it. Eat a raw potato, and you're living the experience. There you go. All right. Well, on that note, I will play us out.
Play us out. We'll do it live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
So is this the thing where we're pretending like we're news anchors?
We should, yeah. I should get a stack of papers that I like. That'll do it for us tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow night at 11, be back here. There'll be nothing on the channel, but you can sit on the webpage and...
And also, breathing air. Is it killing you and your family, and will you die in the next 10 minutes? We've got more on that story coming up or at the end of the hour.
Tune in next week.
Yeah, be back here next Monday. Thanks for watching.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Good night and goodbye.
Goodbye.